Hello again, everyone. This is Joe Henches with Beyond the Chart. And in this Asia update video, we're going to focus on China this week. And we're going to focus on the Shanghai and Shenzhen Composite on the mainland, and then the Hang Seng Index for Hong Kong. So stay tuned. Okay, here's the picture. This is all the data I've got on the Shanghai Composite. This is a weekly view. Here you can see the all-time high from 2007, and actually was right in sync with the U.S. markets, the Dow Industrials. October of 2007 is when we had that high. And then we had the big sell-off, the big move down, and it bottomed before the U.S. markets bottomed. Okay, we didn't bottom until March of 2009. And this bottomed at the end of October. Now, I really do think that what's going on here is we are in a very large long-term corrective move here, pattern. Now, you could sit back and say, well, wow, Joe, that means still, it looks like a bull move here and a corrective move here and a big bull move here. And yeah, it was, but we're still in a large three-wave pattern. We did not take out the all-time high. And then we came down very, very hard in 2015. And let me zoom in on that. And I've been talking about this. I've been fairly bearish on the market. I just don't believe that what we're seeing since the low back here in January 2016. So all the U.S. markets have been in a rally since January, February 2016. Okay, and so has the Shanghai and the Shenzhen. But it's a very flat rally in here in terms of what's going on. And I just don't see this as a new impulsive wave to the upside, the start of a new bull market. Okay, when you look at the first waves, first impulsive waves, look how sharp they are to the high side, to the upside in their moves. And we're just not seeing it here. Even if you look at this first little wave here, and then you get a pull back, and it took off in wave 3. You know, this is very sharp to the upside. So this is the pattern I'm sticking with. I do think in terms of what we've got going on here that this B wave has extended out. To be honest, it extended out much further than I thought it was going to. And it pulled up higher. It pulled up above the December 2016 high. Now, the Shenzhen did not, and we'll look at that here in a minute. So I think we had a leading diagonal or a diagonal pattern here for wave A, 3-wave B, and now we're working what looks like a 5-wave C, A, B, C pattern for zigzag corrective wave B. So we had a W, X, and the Y is not complete. Y cannot just be a 5-wave move. We had a zigzag, we had a move back up here in X, and you just can't have Y be a little 5-wave pattern. It has to be a larger type of pattern. It has to be like a zigzag or a flat or something else. Now, this may morph into something else. But right now, this is the best pattern that I can see. Let's take a quick look at the daily chart. Here's the move that I was talking about, this last leg up, and pretty sharp trend line going on here. It looks like we're potentially starting to roll over. Now, when I say one thing I just want to mention is that I talk about this as being, I'm still, bearish on the overall market. That doesn't mean because I'm bearish on the market that I would sit back and say, okay, we got to sell everything, get out. I mean, it's been trending higher. It's had these waves where it's gone up, and now it looks like it's getting ready to roll over and break down again. So that's what I'm watching for. Now, where would this scenario be wrong? In my mind, when I look at, let me go back to Shanghai. If we continue and we get above here, above this high of the X, then I can sit back and say, well, what really is going on here? I would be shocked if we did that. We just, in terms of retracing the entire move down here, we haven't retraced very much, okay? And so I do think that right now this looks very flat to me. I'm looking for this to break down again. We got to break this trend line first, and then we're going to break a longer term trend line That's probably going to be more like, well, let me go with this point right here. It's going to be more like this one right here. But we're going to need this one to break first. Let's take a look at the Shenzhen. You're going to see that the Shenzhen is a little more, it's staying with the bearish pattern. I'm calling B wave complete here with this diagonal triangular pattern right here. And that we're working, let me get rid of the crosshairs, that we're working in A, B, and then working a C wave down. Now, we have had a series lower lows, and so far we're still holding the pattern. We have not got a higher high in here. So I'm watching for this to break on down. It hasn't rolled over yet. This is a weekly chart. It hasn't done that yet. Let me look at this. But again, you know, I'm carving out this pattern, and I'm telling you what I think is going on in here so that you can be alert and watching for, you know, when it starts to break down like it did right in here in March of this year. And, you know, I had a pretty good little sell-off here to the downside. We've had two legs, actually. And now we've had this move back up, and, you know, so far it hasn't taken out that high. Let's take a look at the daily chart for the Shenzhen. Here's the picture on the daily. I've got this as a question mark. Have we really gotten a 5-wave move in here? You know, if this is a zigzag, an A, B, C zigzag, this needs to be a 5, 3, 5 kind of pattern. And so I'm just not sure this is complete quite yet. We could have something like 1, 2, and 3, 4, and still have a 5th wave to come. But if this is the case, and if this is truly a wave 2 minute wave, it shouldn't take out this high right here, the March 17th high. So again, these are things that we'll watch for and see if that continues to play out, and if something morphs, if it morphs into something else. But right now, this is the best count with the picture that we've got. All right, that's the Shenzhen and the Shanghai. Let's take a look at the Hang Seng weekly. Now, remember when I showed the long-term chart of the Shanghai, the Hang Seng index also peaked right there in October, beginning of November 2007. And this was a huge rally from 1982 into 2007. And I think we're doing a similar type thing. It's a little clearer here. And now I think we're working our way this way. Now, where does this fail? Okay, in terms of what I just described. Well, we got this move after we got this low right here in February of 2016. And I talked about that. We've all been in this rally. That market's been in it, and the U.S. markets have been in it. Now, if this takes out this high up here, then this whole scenario that the wave B completed right here and we're working our way down kind of goes out the window. So we got to sit back and say, okay, what else is really happening? But right now, it hasn't done that. The high up here is 28,588. We did get a high 2 weeks ago, 28,248. So about 600 points or so below this high in here. So now we're watching to see, we're getting extended. Looks like we've got some kind of combined zigzag pattern in here. And so now watching to see if we get some kind of breakdown starting. Now it hasn't closed below that 10-week moving average yet. Let's take a look at the Hang Seng Daily. Here's that pattern from December of 2016. So really, this is what's gone on for the last 12 months. And you can see nice strong rally mode in here, nice trend to the upside, and starting to potentially break down. Now, we've had little minor breakdowns before that didn't lead to anything, but I think if we break this trend line, this thing is going to be in for some serious correction, and that's what I'm going to be watching for. So we continue to monitor for this, and if it continues to push high and gets above that this high over here, then something else is going on. So I think we're pretty close to knowing, you know, how this is going to play out. All right, so that's the picture on the Shanghai, the Shenzhen, and the Hong Kong. I mean, it's been in a really nice bull move here for quite a while, but all of the markets, the indices in the United States, have been doing the same thing. All right, that's it for this video. If you felt like the video was helpful, please hit the like button. And if you're not watching this on my website, head on over to joehenches.net and check out the other things I've got for you over there. Everyone have a great rest of the day. We'll talk to you on the next video.